Well, I just had a second.
Oh, okay, all right. So,
Yeah.
but dude, the fucking hash browns
Oh
are
my God.
delicious. You know, like
Hush brownness.
McDonald's is just, it's so good. I don't understand how people could hate it. I understand that it's disgusting. I understand that. But I mean, it tastes so good.
the hash
It's like
browns
the
make up
regrettable
for
though.
it
It's the
for me.
regrettable.
You know,
good.
it's. I gotta say this about the hash browns, though. Is, you know, they are so good.
I haven't had
They're-
McDonald's hash browns.
Oh my God, that's a mistake. I always get two. I'll get
I'm
one
the
meal and I'll
McNugget
order the
person.
extra hash brown.
Yeah, definitely. Jack in the Box has this weird thing where they're like sticks because they try to be different. They're just not as good.
But they're pretty good still. I give them a solid rating on the hash brown scale.
Okay, yeah. You know, like Jack in the Box hash browns are like a B compared to the McDonald's A plus. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
But the curly fries at Jack in the Box are still some of my favorite.
Yeah, I don't really go to Jack in the Box that often.
Oh, so you know, by my school, in high school, we had a giant. There was a Jack in the Box, and you know, we had this. There was a tradition, not a tradition, but I had a lot of stoner friends, you know, Jack in the Box was right by our school. It was like one of our favorite places to go, and so every once in a while, going through the drive-through late at night, we would find a bunch of like 10 free tacos just like chilling in our bags.
There you go.
And everybody would freak out because the Jack in the Box workers totally knew we were baked, and my friends were baked. So they gave us tacos.
There you go.
Nice.
Not even kidding, guys. I
believe you. I believe it.
But yes, that is my fun anecdote.
Speaking of baked, welcome to a new episode of Working Title, everybody. The show's so good that its name is usually used as a placeholder. Nevertheless, we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, Twitter at Working Title Pod. Like us on Facebook, and we're also on Stitcher Radio. Stitcher Radio, if you don't know what it is a mobile app for your phone that allows you to get caught up on whatever podcast you could possibly imagine listening to, as well as like NPR and talk radio and all that stuff. It's totally free. When you download it, right above the sign in with Facebook button is a orange banner that says, "Tell us how you heard about us." Click on that banner, put in the promo code Working Title, one word, Working Title. We get $1 and you get a chance to win 100, and you're really helping us out. But it's also just awesome software, so you should check it out. And shall we begin, gentlemen?
Damn, that is a long spiel. I apologize for interrupting it twice, but yeah, I get to say follow us on Twitter from now on.
I mean, you guys can jump in whatever you want, but you know, I just got to get the stuff across.
Okay, no,
so
yeah.
I don't miss anything.
Yo comprendo completely, please.
Smart moves.
Because people might not people might see us on YouTube and they might not know that it's like available on iTunes and Zune and all that shit, and they could actually subscribe to it, you know.
Yeah,
because it's a big difference, like subscribing versus just listening occasionally.
No, I follow.
Makes it easy for everyone, but
no doubt.
So what's up, dudes?
I don't know. Well, Mitch, we were going on about your week a little bit earlier. So what else is new?
Well, I guess to really round the story out is I've only had like 2 meals today, and I just finished one of them. The first was McDonald's, and then 2 pepperoni pizza Hot Pockets just now. You know, dinner of champions.
Nice. Going the raw vegan route, I see.
Yeah, you know me. I do not partake in any of the flesh, nor the ovum, nor the milk of any creature.
Lacto-ovo. I have to learn about that in health class.
Lacto-ovo, veganism, or whatever.
Just like all the different types. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Wait, Mitch, you're not a vegetarian, are you?
No.
Okay.
I told like a 23-minute story about how I went hunting.
Yeah, right. I got scared.
You got confused.
I
It
did get
happens to the
confused.
There
best.
are like weird ass diets. Like, have you guys heard of like Frutarians? Like, that's like a real thing. Like, people just eat fruit.
What?
Yeah, it's like a real
They
thing.
would have runny ass
Actually,
shit.
yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. That happens at first, and then apparently you get used to it. And their theories is like it's all you need.
Oh
Gandhi was a
no!
fruitarian.
How does that? How is that even a word? The fact that that isn't a word should be enough
just-
to ban people from being fruitarian.
Yeah, I know. We're so.
I
don't
already
even know what the
really
word is.
dislike vegetarians.
I don't know. It's just like we have to call people like I don't know. Everything's getting so PC. It's kind of ridiculous.
Okay, but that's they can choose to call themselves a fruitarian. They're
Yeah.
also technically a vegetarian. It's just they're a specific type of vegetarian. Yeah,
No,
they can
I
be
guess that's
under
true.
this
That's
balloon
true.
cloud, and it's not like we're being offensive.
I guess
we may be politically incorrect, but we are not being offensive by calling them a vegetarian.
Yeah. Unless we just called that fruitarians fruitcakes, right?
Yeah. Actually, I have a friend who works in produce at Fry's. He just got a job at Fry's working the produce section. So, Ted French, you're a fruitcake. Or no, you're just a fruit. But that's my favorite thing. The only reason why I'm happy he got that job is so that I can call him a fruit.
Nice.
Very well played.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, okay, this may sound very uncultured, but what is the definition? Why are fruits, the slang term fruit, why is it the way it is? And then why is a vegetable? Why are those two things mean very different slangs? Like as slang terms, they mean very different things, but
What the fuck?
like a fruit and a vegetable?
Okay. They mean
This is-
different things.
Yeah, this is my odd quandary of the week or so. I don't know.
All right.
Like a fruit, slang term for a fruit. Correct me if I'm wrong. I
Okay.
believe it's a very gay person, right?
Uh-huh.
And then a vegetable is somebody who's on life support.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, man.
So my question is like, why? Okay,
Who
well,
knows, man?
I'm just
Okay, fruits are usually bright colors and like they're delicious. Whereas vegetables are like bland and green and limp. So
It makes
there
about
you
as
go.
much sense as it could make. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like, well, let's see. Like vegetables are shriveled up. And old people are shriveled up. So I guess that's the connection here. But fruits are
There's
just
that.
fruits are just fruits. Like I don't see how that makes the term fruit applicable to gay people.
Like, all right, just
I
but
think it comes
picture
from
in your mind-
fruitcake.
Probably.
Like they're like you fruitcake, and then it got shortened down to you fruit.
Okay.
And then that was too hard. They were like you faggot.
It's true. It is easier to say
That
because
is
it's so many less syllables.
that is a yeah. Thank you, Mitch. That is a terrible, terrible phrase. I do not condone using any of the phrases
Smoking a
mentioned
fag.
heretofore.
Smoking a fag.
You know why though, right? It's because they tied people up, lit them on fire in a bundle of sticks.
Bullshit.
No. Believe it
When
or
were they lighting gay people on fire?
okay, the term faggot originally referred to a bundle of sticks that was tied together and used as kindling.
Okay, but there was no people burning.
No, when they started
Well-
burning gays and homosexuals, the slang term faggot became popularized because they would tie up witches and gays, lesbians, and light them on fire.
Oh.
So
They're really-
they take their bunches of kindling and stack them around the stake.
And they look like faggots.
Okay, so here's a question. This is what I've. I was gonna say this is what I've always thought about. It's not what I've always thought about, but it seems like was there a same amount of gay people for the past 100 years that just came out of hiding in the past 20 years? Do you know what I'm saying? Or are there actually more gay people now because it's more okay to be gay? You know what I'm saying? Because doesn't it seem like you never even heard about gay people before? Like, if you go back far enough, it was always like 1 in 100, and he was like hiding it and da da da.
Well, that was very Christian Victorian kind of thing. If you go back to Greece,
I was saying like even the
Athens
'60s.
was filled with gay people.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me in the movie 300.
So what do you guys think?
Well, it's true.
What do you guys think?
I think that there's always been the same amount of gay people. It's just like it's always been viewed differently, and so sometimes it's a social thing, and then people will just hide it, or just be like, "Oh, it's just weird urge sometimes."
Yeah.
I love my wife; she's a wonderful woman. Yeah, I just sometimes like men. Seems
Yeah.
like a good solid. And then back in Greek times, like Jake was saying, it's just like the own love.
You're my best friend.
The concept of love was only obtainable between men because
Yeah,
women were
right.
literally used for procreation purposes.
Yeah.
They were like the bringers of life, so they were beautiful in that way. But they were too like, I guess
Women,
they didn't have the mental capacity to love, I guess.
the way men could.
Yes, because they're just so much better.
Manly
And
love.
now women are the ones that we classify as lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
It's true.
So
Yep.
suck on that, you sexist Athenians.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Well, no, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally.
I thought that was going to be clever, but it really wasn't. Anyways.
I found kind of an interesting story here. Students hack unmanned drone.
Oh, shit.
A research team has exposed a glaring flaw in domestic drone technology. So basically, I guess there's a big push for us to have drones like flying over American soil that are like unarmed, just
Yeah.
like for reconnaissance or whatever.
Like we get 3 kill streaks kind of thing.
Person-friendly cousins of the military UAVs. With that in mind, a team from the University of Texas at Austin's Radio Navigation Lab this week demonstrated the potential weaknesses of such systems by hacking a domestic UAV using spoofing tech that costs less than $1,000 to build. Basically, they just they got the machine to believe that they were like its masters. They didn't actually like take control of it. They were just trying to prove the point. And I don't know, there was this whole thing about they think in 5 or 10 years, you have 30,000 drones in U.S. airspace. Each one of these could be a potential missile used against the U.S. So it's kind of interesting. Like even if they're unmanned themselves, if they're hacked and just flown into whatever, it would be bad. And
Yeah, that's not good.
and I don't know where the example came from, but they said, what if you could take down one of these drones delivering FedEx packages? So I don't know if they're really thinking about using drones like in a super practical way. Like I thought it was just going to be like, there's a perp on the loose. Let's get the drone up. That's what they did in season 8 of 24, by the way, which is very cool. It was a cool aspect of it.
They said there's a perp on the loose.
They were using drones like all the time to track
I really
people
wanted them to use that phrase.
There's a perp on the loose.
That should be the police code.
Yeah.
I can set up a 241 or something.
But I was just thinking, like, I don't know if I would like to have just drones flying overhead constantly. Like, even if it's under the guise of safety, it's that kind of the fine line of that privacy thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to go back to the whole hacking thing, can't you, isn't it, I feel like it's somehow possible. If you can do that, you can hack a satellite.
Sure. Theoretically, yeah.
So why has nobody hacked a satellite yet?
Well, they were saying that the like military UAVs are like super encrypted and all this stuff, but the domesticated prototype or whatever was not going to have the same technology or something like that. So
that's a terrible idea.
The concern was about these, like, I don't know, the glaring kind of flaw of that. So
Okay, I see ya.
um,
Interesting stuff.
Fantastic.
they call them de-fanged UAVs.
Oh, that's clever.
That would make sense, I suppose.
Yeah. So did you guys dig anything up?
Did you guys hear about a little bit of hypocrisy going on with the U.S. regarding weaponry?
No.
Well, Russia, or the U.S. doesn't want Russia to give any weapons to Syria because they've been threatening Israel.
Right.
Right? You said, or wait?
I said right.
Right. Okay, good. So, and Russia's like, what the fuck, man? Are you serious? Because the United States was recently found out to be supplying Mexican drug cartels with guns.
Yeah.
That's true.
Awkward shit.
Yeah.
Thoughts, response?
Well, we're the U.S., so we can do whatever the fuck we want. Shut the fuck up, Russia, or we kick your ass.
I mean,
Them's be fighting words.
them's be fighting words, and I'm glad Senior does not run our country.
It's true.
We'd be in a better place.
I imagine things would change very quickly.
Maybe for the better. It would be like, oh man, I have to take an IQ test before I can get my driver's license?
Before I can post on
Shucks.
YouTube.
Yeah. It's a little overboard, but I promise it will be for the better. My fellow Americans.
YouTube commenting.
Yeah.
If only.
I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be like Nixon.
In what way?
Criminal way? Like Watergate and all that shit.
Creep.
What?
Okay.
Creep.
Yeah, like plotting, creepy stuff, man. He did, right? He was like one of the bad presidents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Like very hard to argue against.
I mean, he was one of the presidents who got in trouble legally.
Okay, so they're probably all bad, but he was the one that got caught. Let's be honest.
Hey-o.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
So double standard, Jake.
Double standard. Well, first of all, I have a huge issue with drug cartels. And us and the U.S. not doing anything to stop them.
Wait, hold on really quickly. Does one of you happen to be on a beach right now?
No.
Okay.
No?
Because I'm hearing the rushing of waves. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm hearing, but...
I think you may have smoked way too much weed.
I have not smoked any yet.
That's your problem.
You're right.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. What?
With that plan.
Miss Lewinsky?
Yeah.
Good times. Now there was a president. I wasn't really cognizant of his presidency, really.
Yeah.
So that was,
None of us were.
barely. I don't think I was. I might have started kindergarten for the last year of his presidency.
It's in 91. He ended in 2000. I remember the
Holy
election.
shit.
I remember the
I
Bush.
remember, yeah, me too.
Did he end in 2000? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
Wow, I totally don't remember.
Right, it seemed like it was sooner.
I remember that election. That was a big deal.
Because Bush
Well,
went
I mean,
2000
I remember
2008.
Kerry v. Bush. Yeah, I remember that. I just don't remember Clinton at all. So
Oh, you don't remember Gore v. Bush?
I do remember Gore v. Bush and Kerry v. Bush. Both.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's,
I kind of hate politics, to be honest with you, so
It's true.
it just makes me sad and sick.
It's all right. Well,
Yeah.
it might not be all right, but anyways. Okay. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna switch topics here to video games. If we're all cool with that.
Nice.
Go
Yeah?
for it.
Okay, I heard about something. This is actually is another fallout from E3.
Oh yeah.
Because that was, well, it is every year the game convention that everybody talks about for the next couple of months. But an idea called, I believe it's Dust 514. You guys ever heard of this?
Sounds kind of familiar.
It's a crazy idea. Basically, there's an MMO on the internet, which is probably still IPv4. But anyways, the MMO is called Eve. Eve Online. Yeah, and big game, very, very solid fan base. And it's like the Eve universe and the MMO people are like, it's like corporations. They build their own corporations, and basically the universe evolves through the politics of the players. So they sort of set up the world, and now they're creating the story themselves, which is pretty interesting and has a very dedicated community. But Dust 514 is a really cool idea because, and Senior, you'll be excited about this. Side note, it's free as of right now.
Yeah.
It's a shooter. It's a free shooter.
What's it called?
Dust 514. And the idea is basically you play as like a Marine with a rifle, and you run around on the ground, but the people who are like in the corporations, i.e. the players of the MMO, you are contracted out to them. So they send you to different locations, the universe, for like combat, and then you are doing the combat.
Right, so it's kind of like you're playing like a mercenary in a role-playing style.
Yeah, you're a mercenary.
And the corporations are like the private security firms.
Yes, but the thing is, people are actually, there's another whole aspect of this universe, and its interaction with our world, and that's that the people who are running the corporations and making you fight other people online are actual human beings. So like if you're part of a clan or something, and that clan has a contract with X company run by X player, and there's another clan for the Dust 514 who has a contract with X company who is run by X player in EVE Online. If the two people on EVE Online don't like each other, they can have the two clans fight for them. You see sort of where that is.
What do you mean for them?
In order to have the other person lose money or lose a territory.
Oh, so fight like against them, like against the person they don't like.
Yeah, like clan v clan, in order for the person who runs the corporation to lose money or lose territory, lose ground. So the people who are playing EVE aren't doing the shooting.
They're doing the scheming and the...
Yeah.
God, it's so elaborate.
I know, but but basically, Senior, you'll like this. All you have to do is shoot.
Yeah. Well, depending on what your role is.
Yeah.
So you're kind of choosing between being the bronze and the brain kind of mastermind guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
is
I think
interesting.
It's EVE Online definitely has like a very strong fan base, but it's like...
Oh, this is related to Dust 514?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like is this within EVE or something like that? Like EVE is releasing this?
It's within EVE.
Okay.
But you play EVE on the PlayStation.
Right. Oh, and that's never been done before, right? It's been only computer. Yeah.
Well, this has never been done before, where a shooter is being directly impacted and is directly impacting an MMO.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Anyways, Mitch, sorry, we interrupted you.
It's there. It does have a very dedicated fan base, but it's like very in depth and like hard to play. So it's not like a widespread fan base.
It's not
but it is very
super
dedicated.
accessible.
Yeah, which is why they're adding this aspect to it, the DUS 514, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're adding that, so it's like you can have your friends that aren't going to be like joining you with the inaccessible game help your campaign or whatever via playing DUS 514.
By being a good shooter.
Yeah. So it's like if they play Call of Duty and you're playing Eve, but you're friends with them, you can be like, hey, you should play this game, and it'll help me play this game.
Oh, so it's actually impacting the complete separate game, like Eve.
Yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Now I finally understand this.
No, but it's good because there might have been some of our viewers out there who were
That's what I'm here for, man.
scratching their heads. You know what?
LCD, baby. LCD.
I'm glad that we have a producer who is probably less intelligent than most of our listeners.
Yes.
Yeah. He's an everyman.
He's
He's like Tom Hanks of producers.
yeah, because if it were just the really
What?
okay, I'll give you Tom Hanks.
Oh, damn. I didn't even hear that.
That was clever. I'll give you that one actually. But no, that's it's good that we have somebody who.
I'm so sick of playing the role of stupid.
Well, maybe you should get smart.
Yeah.
It's not a role, man.
Anyway.
Is it a way of life?
Exactly. Something like that. But yeah. What was that? Oh.
So, anyways, Mitch, what do you? Sorry, really quickly, Senior. I want to finish this one up. Mitch, what do you think about it? Do you think it's going to work?
I think it's a really interesting idea. I'd be really excited to see it work or not. I guess we'll find out in time. So.
All right. Senior, would you play it?
Potentially. I mean,
If it's a good shooter.
If it's not demanding, I'll play it. But these highly immersive, super demanding games, I honestly almost don't support them because I feel like you got people running virtual companies, and it's like, why don't you go to business school and run a real one? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but all you have to do is run around and shoot things.
Right. Yeah, it would be definitely, as opposed to, like, I've heard of Eve before, and I would never play that game. So, yeah, it's definitely, I think it's a good call. It's smart because they're tapping into this totally new demographic.
And it's free.
Yeah. Oh, and it's free. That's
Yep.
that's a reason for me to at least try it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's smart on their end.
Yeah, I thought that was smart. Anyways.
Another great, cool thing in the gaming world I heard about. It sucks because I can't remember the name right now, but if you check out Extra Credits, which is on Penny Arcade TV.
Very cool.
Yeah. There's a couple episodes they have called Games You Might Not Have Tried, which is basically just if there are games that are just kind of, they have like an interesting quirk to them, or it's like a gameplay mechanic that hasn't been seen anywhere else, they'll point them out to the people and like let them know. It's like, it's not necessarily that they're like the best games, they're not like good games even necessarily, but they have like something very interesting about them, something new and fresh. And this one game is basically you become the crew of like basically the Enterprise sort of thing. It's not necessarily the Enterprise, of course, but you're just the deck crew of like a spacecraft. Like, so it's just a local area network game that you play, and it's just everyone actually has a different screen, a different display. You can see, like, everyone sees different things. There's one who is there's the navigator, there's the weapons technician, there's then the captain. Like, the captain screen is really interesting because he actually doesn't have any control that he can input. All he has is like a monitor, and then he has to ask for the different people. Like, he actually would have to say, if he wanted to see an engineering report, he'd have to be like, bring up engineering on monitor, please, so that way he can see and like give a captain's directive, so that way the engineer actually does it. So it's no one actually does the same thing, and it's everyone has like a different role to help the starship like achieve its goal of whatever.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. My question is, I mean, is it fun?
Oh, I mean, I haven't played it, but it seems like it would be really fun.
Okay, like the concept is cool, but would you just click a button that says maintain engine, and that would be it? Because if that's all person X, please do this. Okay, it's very easy to do.
Yeah, it seems like there's at least a good amount of depth to it. And so
okay, all right.
I imagine there's some like different aspects that are quite fun.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I know that there's got to be some kind of shooting, since there's like the weapons, like the gunner or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I mean, it's something I'll check out. I'll whip up some friends, and we'll have ourselves a starship for a while, and I'll let you guys know how it turns out.
Please do. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Definitely.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm
trying to see if I thought about any other video game news or if I've heard anything else.
No, we're still on games.
No,
we can still be on games. I have another. Hey, I'm still playing Future Soldier. Still recommend that.
Oh yeah.
Wait, is which one is that? Sorry, that's the
latest Ghost Recon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The multiplayer alone is what I'm playing. Super fun. One big selling point, they have, you guys heard of the gunsmithing thing, right? No?
Yeah.
Or Mitch has?
Gunsmithing?
Yeah.
It's basically like a virtual, and it actually works with like the Kinect, and it's just a gimmick because it doesn't work in any other part of the game, but you see the gun that you have, like the default weapon,
mm-hmm.
and then with the Kinect you use your hands or whatever, and you just open it, and you see all its like major components, and it's customizable, and like as you level up you get a credit. And a credit might be like swapping out the trigger or the gas system, the barrel, the muzzle, the stock, the sights. So it's just a really satisfying thing that like you're kind of customizing your weapon on just that level, and each one kind of it affects it, and then you can use the firing range before you even permanently make those adjustments.
That is cool.
And you have paint options too. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I approve.
I am Ganj is my username.
Serious?
I am Ganj. And here's the reason why I do it. I do it because no one is more pissed than when they're getting their ass kicked by someone named I am Ganj.
Okay, that's true.
No one. And dude, a lot of the time, well, not a lot of the time, but like, I dominate once in a while. Like, I just get into a flow, first place, like that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like those and it's just... It must drive him apeshit. I love it. It's like my way of kind of making fun of gamers in my own way. It's just I've had that tag for like 4 years. So
happens.
I saw Ted this weekend.
Oh yeah?
How was that?
It was pretty funny. Like I had some good laughs in it. So yeah, it was it's a solid matinee probably. It definitely they even have a joke where the bear says, like, come on, I don't sound that much like Peter Griffin. Which is kind of just, I don't know. So it was good. I think they must have chose to go with Peter Griffin because it was, like, recognizable, the voice. Like, I can't imagine, right? Like, I'm thinking
Seth
that's
MacFarlane.
I'm thinking that's what a studio head did. Like,
I mean, it's his movie.
Well, that doesn't mean shit. Come on.
Yeah, it does. As far as he chose it. It wasn't anyone else's choice. I mean,
Well, I'm just saying we don't know that.
He cast himself in that.
I meant like maybe probably went with. He was probably figuring out how the bear was going to sound.
I think
he must have gone through a process.
I think he made the decision that it was going to be. Maybe he knew that it was going to be. Yeah, Peter Griffin is the most like recognizable of his voices.
Right.
But I feel like it's more that's the character.
Right.
Ted itself is like, I mean, yeah, it's similar, but.
Well, then again, have you seen the movie, Mitch?
No,
okay.
But just heard sound bites
right
and
from the trailer.
seen the trailer. Yeah.
Good point. No, yeah.
But yeah, so there was definitely a lot of funny moments. In the end, I was kind of it almost lost me. Like it saved itself at the very end. But it seemed like one of those things where it's like you really want me to feel something for like a stuffed animal. You know what I mean? Like it just seemed like it was pushing it. But overall, it was really funny, and I think Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis worked out. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know how Mark Wahlberg did not fuck that woman. I've seen like pictures of his like I shouldn't say this, but no, I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna.
What?
Mark Wahlberg will
You seen
fucking
pictures of his dick?
No, that's not what I was gonna say. But
I'm afraid that was exactly what you were going to say.
I'm honestly scared enough of him like beating the shit out of me because he's a notorious tough guy that I would rather you believe that's what I was gonna say than me saying what I was gonna say. But yeah. So Ted, check the reviews. It's a matinee, I would say. I don't know if it's a full price movie, but it's a matinee. You're gonna enjoy it as much on DVD as anything else.
Right.
Oh, that's another thing. What the fuck is XD? What is XD? I think they just made it up.
What is XD?
I don't know. They just charge you more money.
No, wait. Where is what? Huh?
XD is like a venue within the movie theater. Like XD is like the movie's in XD and you pay extra money. You don't have glasses. It's nothing like that.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of XD? Okay, well, non-idiots listening to the show, you've probably seen XD in any theater you've been in. It's at the Century one on Catella up here, and I've seen it in other ones. But yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out what it was. But since you guys have never seen a movie in it, you possibly couldn't contribute to this conversation.
Wait, say it. Sorry, what?
I'm saying since neither of you guys have ever seen this movie, this type, you can't. I don't know how you're going to contribute to this conversation.
That's true.
I don't think you can.
Yeah,
sorry.
Too bad.
No, I'm sorry.
Is there like an XD debate? That sounds like something I heard once in Pokemon. I'm sorry.
Just no.
Oh, isn't it Toon XD? Isn't that like a channel or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh, that might be Disney XD.
Something like that. I don't know what it means. But,
yeah.
So what would XD stand for in said situation?
Extreme digital.
Extra definition.
Oh, there you go. I think extreme digital maybe. But
that's a good guess, Mitch.
I think extreme digital is a more spot on guess, actually.
Oh, sorry.
So I don't know. Maybe it's a bigger screen. I have no fucking idea.
Is it just... Oh, well, I mean... Okay, there's the Cine Capri. You guys heard of that?
No.
Okay, maybe it's just out in Phoenix.
Sounds like a shitty car.
It's not even a Grand Prix. It's a
Cine Capri. No, the Cine Capri is out in Arizona, and basically they show all the summer blockbusters on it, the really cool, important movies, and they'll show it in a specific movie theater called Cine Capri, and it's a massive movie theater. It's like the screen is enormous, and the seats are really comfortable, and the sound system is top of the line, and you pay a little bit extra because it's just like such a nice theater.
Right, it's one of those like luxury ones.
But not like luxury, not luxury, but just the sheer scale of the screen. It's a huge screen, and the sound is beautiful. So,
well, have you heard of like Harkins?
Harkins is from Arizona.
Okay, so I think is it like similar? Don't they have like bigger screens and better resolution or some claim like that?
Yeah. And as for that, I don't really know. But the whole like concept of Cine Capri is it looks exactly the same as and in quality or whatever as when you're looking at it in a tiny movie theater. But this is a big screen.
Right.
Booyah!
How would you compare it to like a regular screen?
It's a massive screen.
So I'm trying to get an idea, like 1.5 times.
A normal movie theater screen?
Yeah.
1.5 times larger than a normal movie theater screen. Maybe even
cool.
2. It's huge.
I mean, they have theaters where they like serve you meals and whatnot, right?
Yeah, they have that out here in Phoenix. I'm really not a big fan
I
of
think
it
it's in LA too.
because you have to. Let's see, you have to pay an extra amount of money to get in there, and then you have to pay more money.
And is it like bothersome when people are like getting food and there's all these odors and stuff like that?
I imagine.
Yeah, that's
It's
not a
really
good
bothersome.
Because I hate when some fucker like sneaks in pizza. You know what I mean? It's fucking annoying.
What?
It's true. It's also illegal.
Yeah. No food or drink. Outside food or drink.
But I
Time
heard,
doesn't pay, motherfuckers.
yeah, it's a little ridiculous that you can't bring in like your own bottle of water. Like it's so preposterous, like those motherfuckers. But
Yeah.
I guess they're
I
just
bring in
pitching
my
for
own
pennies.
beers.
Whatever, man. You gotta
Um,
make money.
yeah, well, they do for sure. I think their business is not that good.
No.
I heard that they have theaters where like the seats actually move and stuff, and it's like,
Like full experience theaters?
yeah,
Oh, I want to try that.
yeah. I don't know much about it, but
Sounds
I've heard
awesome.
about that.
I'd go.
Anywho, are you guys excited for any like upcoming movies? Or I just said anywho. Just want to like kick myself in the balls.
I say anything all the time, usually when I'm being sarcastic.
That's almost like toodaloo. It's like if I said
Toodles.
toodles. If I said
You
toodles, then I'm
fruit. Sorry.
yeah. I don't think I could ever. I don't know. I can't think of that word the same way, or I can't think of faggot the same way
Yeah,
after
please
your
don't.
description.
It's a terrible word.
No, I don't use it, but I can't. Like, it was a much lighter word
Until shit got
like
real.
burning homosexuals alive. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of totally changed it for me.
Yeah.
Usually does.
Mm-hmm. No, actually, let's go back to the moving movie theater seat really quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's just like a universal ride.
Well,
Well, yeah, but I'd go see movies as like think of that though. It would be a universal ride that changes every time a new good movie comes
well, because
out.
that's
Yeah,
what
no, but-
supposedly it goes with the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in the car and you're like banking a left, like the seats will move right. You know.
Word.
So that's like people or like directors coming in and choreographing.
Exactly, and I'm wondering like who has done that.
That would be a great technology. Or if that became like a widestream thing.
Yeah, like who would pay the extra money to put that in?
If you could like program the seats somehow.
Yeah. Because, well, actually, there's this new sound designing program. Because, you know, there's the whole surround sound concept.
Yeah.
Heard of it?
I took audio design this semester. Senior, are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make
It's
sure.
about time.
All right.
The tables have turned for once.
Ho ho. Anyways, I took an audio design class this last semester, and my teacher went to like an expo out in Vegas, and then when he came back, he was talking about how there's this new sound technology, and it seemed as if you wanted, so you have the frame, right? You know, like when you take a picture with a camera, there's the foreground, the middle ground, the background.
Sure.
You know, and like if there's people talking in the middle ground, if you imagine like a three-dimensional plane, you know, so the people who are talking from us are like 15 feet away. What the sound program can do, and I believe, and you know, this might be incorrect, but it can sort of place the sound to where the audience like would anticipate that sound would come from.
Right.
And it would, through the surround sound system, it puts out that audio the way that you would suspect to hear it
So
if
it's
you
like,
were actually
it's like
there.
a more advanced
Yeah.
surround sound.
So it's like a direct so you like on a computer program, you literally click on a space like 15 feet away, blank feet away, and then like on a grid, and it will play in the audience as if they are hearing it from that exact point. So what I'm saying is, yeah, it's so if it's that easy to make a program like that now, it'd probably be pretty easy to coordinate the way a chair would move or whatever right alongside that.
No doubt.
Yeah. I've always felt like no matter what my environment, whenever there's dialogue, it's too quiet, and whenever there's action, it's too loud. Do you guys, am I just crazy, or do you guys agree with me on this?
Not a problem that I run into.
You've never experienced that?
I mean, occasionally, but not all the time.
Maybe it's just my like setup here. I have a surround sound, and that just seems like
could be the movies also.
Yeah. I mean, it's not I wouldn't say it was like, well, no, maybe it does pertain to Netflix, but I feel like it's something with a rented DVD more or like a Blu-ray. I don't know.
Who knows? Not I.
Well, let's see. I mean, maybe your sub is turned up all the way.
Yeah, it's not. But I was thinking maybe they could, if they don't have it, they could develop like software that just detects that and like raises your volume when it's quieter and lowers, like actively changing your receiver, your whatever.
Sound modulation. But then that gets kind of hairy because there are those things that do that.
And it does it the wrong way. It doesn't.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 times it does it incorrectly or too much. And it doesn't actually sound consistent, it sounds worse. Like, how like some cars they used to, and sometimes they still do, that if you accelerate or whatever, the music will get louder.
Yeah.
With iPods, that doesn't really work anymore, because when you put in your iPod, sometimes you'll still be left with the volume bar there, and so the acceleration and deceleration of the car affecting the volume of the car speakers, it's got another variable in there, so it gets it completely wrong, and so you'll be driving and you'll hit like 40 or something, and your ears are being blown off, right, and then you'll slow to a stop and you can't hear it, and you have to turn it up, and then you start going again and you have to turn it down. So
that would make me hate my car.
It's all bad.
For sure. Yeah, that's something that I would imagine that would drive anyone crazy.
Yeah. But, you can always sort of find that, like, happy balance, happy medium.
Not if it's doing it for you.
Yeah.
And it's fucking up constantly.
God, stupid technology.
2/3 or 3/4 is always a good place to be, I found. So maybe
discovered 50 to 75% is around the area.
Yeah, that's why I really like that 2/3 tip. 66%. Can't go wrong.
It's nice. It's real nice.
No doubt.
Have you guys ever heard of the show Supernatural?
I have, but I'm not seen it at all.
All of it is on Netflix. And
do you recommend we see it?
I don't know what I think it has a bad rap, like maybe it was on the CW or something like that, but this show has fucking like gore in it, and it's like kind of scary, and it's a badass show. Like it is a badass show.
It's on TNT, right?
I have no idea. I'm watching it on Netflix.
It is now.
But
okay.
It's about two brothers that literally like fight demons and shit, and like all the undead, and they like solve crime, and they add like the humor on top of it. And I think it's a good, especially where I'm at the show. Like it's just like the stakes are so high, it's crazy. Like you won't believe where the show goes. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's a cool show.
Cool.
Yeah, I found myself watching that a lot now.
Nice. What are you guys' plans for July 4th?
I have none.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that doesn't mean that there isn't going to be anything happening at some point.
Right. What are you thinking?
Well, in the past, there's always been a 4th of July party at one of my friends' houses in their neighborhoods. So that'd be fun to go to. We like hand crank ice cream the day of, and it's delicious.
Very cool.
And other such things. So it's a fun time. Though might just get some fireworks and hang out down by my house. There's a big empty lot now. So we could just shoot off some fireworks near my house. Get drunk a little bit, Celebrate our nation's independence by eating a lot of food and blowing shit up.
They were selling 4th of July cakes. I just thought that was funny. Like, oh, it's 4th of July. I guess I could treat myself. Some people do just like, let me just buy myself a cake.
Well, it's a holiday.
Yeah, that's true.
You buy an America cake.
Might have like a picnic or something with some.
Yeah.
Well, the American Pride is going to be, a huge thing this July. It always is every 4 years around this time.
Yeah.
Because you got the Olympics coming up.
Right.
So I always remember that, and it always comes on in like an election year. Summer Olympics have always been, big deal. I remember Beijing. Everybody remembers Beijing. That was like some really important stuff happened down there.
I remember Athens, man. That shit was awesome.
Yes, Athens was also very cool.
Where is this one taking place?
London. It's been raining as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a London.
London calling, baby.
Yep.
That's cool. So, right, they just build these, like, stadiums for it, right?
Yeah, they have to set up these massive facilities.
Okay.
And they build them all. They have, like, what is it? You're told 6 years ahead of time that you're hosting? Or
something like that.
I don't remember.
Is it possible that there's, like, one of them is going to be hosted in New York City? I feel like I heard that. Like, New York City had, like, 2012 winter or something like that.
New York has been trying to get it for a while, I believe.
Or LA or something crazy.
There's been one Olympics in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York had it once, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, there was an Albany one.
Yeah, and then there was in '90. There was one in Atlanta.
There was an Atlanta.
Salt Lake City, right?
Salt Lake City. Yep. This is probably
Vancouver was in Canada. That's like America's hat.
Exactly. Close enough.
Yeah. We can claim responsibility for that one, right?
No, there
Don't
were
really think so.
others, I think.
Oh.
I can't remember where, but I feel like there have been.
I can't believe you remembered as many as you did.
Well,
Why is that? Olympics are kind of a big deal.
yeah.
But how many of them have there been? And, like,
Well, there's
Many.
It's not like
one every
Mitch
2
is a
years.
50-year-old man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't remember where 92 was or 94. I think 96.
92 was in. I remember this. Oh god.
Wait, are we talking about summer or winter Olympics?
Both.
I thought one of them was every 4 years.
They're
Summers, they're both every 4 years.
There is an Olympic Games every 2 years, but it switches off between winter and summer, thus rendering both 4 years apart from each other. So there's a Summer Games every 4 years, the Winter Games every 4 years. But there are Olympic Games every 2 years.
Mitch, are you looking at a history page like where it has the past few?
Nope, but I could.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
well,
my
I
God.
was just wondering like if I could get them all.
Encyclopedia Brown.
Or hey, he was cool. He solved mysteries.
As is Mitch. Well, I mean,
Games.
minus the mystery solving.
I don't get it.
He said you were cool.
I'm a fucking Sherlock Holmes, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
It's including
Did
mysteries.
you guys?
all I-
Do you guys like the new ones? The new Sherlock Holmes, the Guy Ritchie renditions.
Wait.
I liked Sherlock Holmes.
The movies?
Shadows was okay.
I have not seen the second movie, but there's also Sherlock. There's a TV show.
Yeah.
And I've been told I need to watch that.
Yeah, it
because
seems
it's-
popular,
Yeah.
It's still
but
different.
it's like a more authentic, right?
Because it's done by British people.
I'm a big Guy Ritchie fan. I don't know about you guys, but have you guys ever
Think.
seen like Snatch or
Oh yeah,
Rock
Snatch, Lock,
and
Stock,
Roll
Two
Up?
Lock, stock, two smoking barrels.
Yeah. So
Aye.
I was excited about the first one when it came out, and I thought he did a really good job. Like, in terms of just updating it, like I thought he nailed it. And making it witty and like super action packed. Because I feel like it worked really well for the American audience. And the second one, most people like said it was not as good, and I guess I would agree, but I don't really see where they went wrong. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like it just had more action, and it was like totally on par with the first one.
Well, I think it's just they didn't revamp it enough, or they didn't bring more to the table.
It must be something where it kind of just wears off. Like the freshness of the franchise.
Well, if there's nothing new for you to enjoy.
No, it wasn't new. I guess it was just like the stakes were a little higher and it was more action. But I enjoyed it, like on its own at least.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm frequently disappointed by most movies that I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's up, but it seems like just the past maybe couple of years.
I mean, if I may, to compare the comic book series, the Marvel movies, and the Avengers, the reason why the Avengers was one of the reasons why it was so good is because it not only was a Marvel movie with Marvel heroes and whatever, but it sort of stepped its game up and was a little bit different in the way that it dealt with all of these characters' personal issues, but also interacting with each other. They brought something a little bit new to the table, and it was enough to bring everybody back and not feel like they saw the last movie, but just in a new environment and a little more amped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what was so new about it? Like, I thought it was good because it like was the first one that didn't take itself seriously at all. Like, I thought that was pretty much the only thing that made it good. Like,
Captain America didn't take itself seriously at all.
Okay.
He fights Nazis.
But
Come on, he's in spandex.
It was definitely more serious. Well,
except, they didn't have him in spandex fighting Nazis in the new one.
No, the new one was aliens. You're talking about the Avengers.
No, I'm talking about
Captain America.
In the Avengers, he had more of a spandexy costume, but in Captain America, he had like a whole new getup. It looked swagged him out.
It's. I think it was. You could say it was more serious than the Avengers, right, Mitch?
More serious than the Avengers, or more serious in?
Then.
Yeah, then totally. Okay, I liked his like World War II getup.
Yeah, I thought it was
awesome. The movie itself, though.
The movie itself, I enjoyed Captain America.
I enjoyed it too, but I enjoyed it because it embraced the fact that Captain America wasn't a very serious character. He was a serious character, but it wasn't a very serious comic book for the longest time.
Right. Yeah, the history of it.
It's true.
And it embraced that.
It did also come with a fairly serious movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were some parts that were kind of ridiculous, and you're like...
I'm with Mitch on this one, though.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, definitely, like, if you look at the Avengers, I'm just saying, like, there was much more of, like, making fun of him, and the whole movie was lighter in tone. Like, you were never genuinely concerned for any of them, I felt like.
It's true.
And I think that's why it worked.
That every single one of them had a sequel deal.
Yeah, right.
Already announced.
Yeah. And by the way, they are doing a Justice League movie. We were talking about this, and you guys were like, oh, it's really far off. It's not far off. They're just recasting, man. Like Batman and all that stuff. I think Batman's already cast for it, actually. Here, I'm going to pull this up, because this might be an interesting thing for us to go off of. But what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I'm down. I've used to watch the Justice League TV show on Cartoon Network.
Yeah. They got to do it right. And I'm worried that they won't do it right.
Martian Manhunter could get weird.
Yeah.
Also, Aquaman. Oh, Aquaman.
Yeah.
Stop Rumble.
I have lame powers, they said. I'm useless, they said. Shark attack.
You should put that photo up on our pages.
Oh.
Let people see the update of Aquaman and why he deserves a reconsidering on his worth as a superhero.
Yeah, but that sounds like doing work, and that doesn't sound fun.
Oh, come on, man. For the team.
I might do that later, but not right now. Because I'm busy podcasting right now. Duh.
Yeah, I'm trying to get information on it. I think
I
think
found
it's
a list of Olympic
crap. You guys, we totally forgot to do this. Shout out. We had
sound check 1,
2.
3.
You weren't talking about that? Sorry.
No, I was talking about remember how we decided last podcast to remember first, if you download this at midnight, like this podcast,
Yeah,
and then you posted that you were downloading it at midnight, you would have gotten like a shout out or something.
Can anybody take that
Next
seriously?
one? I did. I just got a text.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. From one of our, but this was for the podcast after, so like this was, we were supposed to shout them out next week.
I thought it was a tweet,
but I think we forgot. Oh yeah, well, in a tweet or somehow contacting.
Well, a text is that disqualifies.
I'm not counting. I'm not counting that. I'm just saying we forgot to do that part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, a text is also instant gratification shout outs.
A text. The problem with the text is that it's like people that know us, dude. That's not what I'm looking for.
I know.
I'm looking for the people we've reached over the.
What's wrong with the people who know us?
What's wrong with the world today?
I don't know, dude. They're cheating. It's unfair.
They're not cheating.
Anyway,
they're loyalists.
They might want to listen just as much as somebody else. Probably a little bit more, actually.
We'll see about that.
But I mean,
we'll see.
Hey, if the people in China are still listening to us, you guys got a shout out.
I think those 5 people were just trying to like hack into our account.
Well,
that's like
they wanted our name,
our Stitcher money.
Yeah, that's what they're after. Our whole $3.
Not even yet.
Do we have any money on Stitcher?
I don't know.
That'd be cool as shit.
Oh well, I enlisted 2 friends to try it out because I was trying to figure out when people put in the promo code working title, like how that would. You see how we did that? How that would work? And
it doesn't. You didn't do it because
they both missed it. They both missed it.
Seriously?
They were like, "Oh, I signed in. Sorry." I was like, "Fuck!" And I couldn't believe it happened twice. I guess it's because like it's easy to just click sign in with Facebook and then you miss. I don't know how you miss it because it's like a bright orange banner that says how did tell us how you heard about us or how did you hear about us, something like that. It's bright orange. You click on it and then the box opens up and that's where you put in promo code. Or, I mean, that's where you put in working title. The one word. So it just I don't get it. Both people missed it.
That's where you put it in. Just one word, working title.
Yeah.
And make sure you put it in.
Well, I mean,
right there.
This is like if we were talking about it, I didn't want people to think it was 2 words, and then they would get confused why it didn't work for them, because it is $100 that you could win.
Okay, senior, come on.
Shameless advertising, but it's also fantastic.
You thought it was one and done. I thought it was one and done. They said on the pilot it was one and done.
Yeah, that was donations.
This is a completely different
breed.
You're
making us sound greedy when it's like it's not even greedy. Implies like we're making money somehow. This is a purely pro bono enterprise.
Yeah.
As it stands, so it's all about whether people want to alleviate the burden.
It's all about you as the listener.
Yes. Oh, Mitch, did you pull up the Justice League thing? Is that what you said?
No, I said I pulled up the Olympic Games from a while ago.
Okay, all right.
I put
96. Oh,
fine.
No, it's cool. We can.
No, actually,
I thought Justice League would be much more cool to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
fine. Why? When did I become the lookup things guy?
I don't know, Mr. Producer. You're supposed to do these things.
I look up things on my own. I've never told.
Well, you're supposed to look up now.
You told me to look up Justice League just now.
I asked if you had looked it up because when I was talking about it, you said, "Oh, I looked up." That's what you said, and I didn't hear. So.
Well,
so you weren't paying attention.
I didn't ask you to do it. I asked you if you had done it.
Well, and I said no both times.
All right.
But
I
shit, man.
don't understand what I did. I did nothing. I'm not
You
even a
did
part of this.
everything wrong. It's all your fault,
I'm
you
a
bastard.
failure. Yeah. I'm a failure.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
gosh.
Shit. Go back. Justice. Justice.
Oh,
Justice
this
League Doom.
this
No.
Skype call timer, by the way, is not correct.
Mine is.
In
Well,
case you're
that's
wondering.
cool because,
Oh yeah,
they can
Mitch is.
definitely, the audience knows exactly what our Skype
I was
timer is.
speaking to you
Well,
guys.
Yeah, he was
Oh, okay.
talking to us, you dick.
Well, see, now
Don't
Mitch is
worry.
just being the
Nope. I'm
iron
on
fist
his
of.
team.
You know what's really crazy?
Nope.
And I hope we actually I hope this actually leads somewhere. This is, I don't know if you guys will be able to wrap your heads around this. Scientists develop spray-on battery.
What?
What?
Yep, just the reaction I was hoping for. Scientists in the United States have developed a paint that can store and deliver electrical power just like a battery. Basically, I already read this thing, and they found a way. Like, there's several components, or there's like three main components. What is it, of a traditional battery? Two current collectors, a cathode and anode, and polymer separator. So they were able to like liquefy these components and layer them properly in a paint. So that's the way they would do it. Like, there would be, what was it, 6 layers of paint, I guess, based on every component. And they tested it in different shapes, and it was able to just store charge.
That is crazy. So, like, I paint the inside of my PlayStation control or Xbox battery thing, and
Yeah, I guess the whole point is that now this is going to completely, like, battery power was so restricted to, like, the shape of kind of the rectangle or whatever it is. But now that's completely out the window. So the only problem is that they can only produce these liquids in, like, an oxygen-free environment. So they need to find a way to modify it so we can just do it open air, and then it's gonna, it's gonna explode. But I don't. It's
what, literally, or
no, like explode.
like scientific?
There's
Okay,
people
gotcha.
in
Sorry.
manufacturing sites are gonna be able to actually work with it.
Yeah.
Because how the hell do you deoxygenate an environment? Like, that's
Well, I mean, it's possible.
But I think the cost efficiency kind of, or effectiveness, But
Okay,
yeah.
well, I mean, that would be cool though. Like then it would be like every single appliance had like a gas tank.
Yeah.
Except that's where you sprayed your battery paint, your power paint.
We'll put a pin on that one. We're not sure if we'll stick with that name yet.
The researchers tested the device using 9 bathroom tiles coated with the paint and connected to each other. When they were charged, the batteries powered a set of light-emitting diodes for 6 hours, providing a steady 2.4 volts. Yeah. It almost seems like one of those things that, like, is this kind of a useless discovery?
It might be.
Or is this?
I know that there have definitely been some times when I've heard, like, oh, big scientific news, and I'm like, yeah, that's really not that impressive or helpful, but good to know, I guess. Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how people can apply this.
Mm-hmm.
If they figure out a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of okay. Well, here's something cool, Sal. Like from a movie point of view, you know how there's like dynamite trails?
Sure.
Imagine like a paint trail.
Let's explain a dynamite trail.
Or sorry, gunpowder trail.
Okay,
right?
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Gunpowder trail. So now imagine like an electrical gunpowder trail.
Okay.
How cool would that? Like if you spray the paint along the ground, and like from like a very explosive object that isn't being powered or whatever it is, you can turn something on remotely, like on a one-time thing, by sending a spark through that paint trail.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be pretty obvious to everyone that there's like this paint in a line.
What about?
Well, I mean, what color is the paint? Is it colored, or it could be a colorless liquid?
What about what if somehow, like, because we wouldn't need a battery, like, in that area anymore, like, technology just as a result gets smaller, and it charges based on contact. Like, have you seen those, like, iPhone, whatever, like, you lay it on the mat and it charges?
Oh yeah, but you
What
still
if
need
it's
the
gonna be like
battery
that type of
inside.
Well, the battery now could be painted on the exterior of the device.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Maybe
makes.
some crazy stuff.
I guess the whole thing is
Yeah.
this is somehow going to be like space saving, but it's weird.
I just want a holographic keyboard, man.
Oh
On
yeah,
my,
I want
right?
the-
that comes out on my watch.
I want the Minority
What is that
Report
from?
things.
What?
Jake, the it comes out of the watch. Like that's from a movie, right?
Well, I
Where
mean,
have seen that?
there are. I don't remember the actual movie, but there are a few things where like your watch. It's like the watch, because the whole.
It projects like the individual keys, and then when your finger goes over it, it blocks out the light, and yeah.
Yeah. This isn't actually. Here's something interesting. So you know how we had pocket watches for the longest time, and actually, here's an interesting fact: on your jeans, there's a. You know that weird little like half pocket that you can sometimes stick your cell phone in your jeans pocket,
Yeah.
like just for fun. That design was originally designed for pocket watches. You know, so you could just tuck your pocket watch into that little half pocket.
Makes sense.
But the thing about pocket watches, and then when we moved to the wristwatch, was in before World War One, before soldiers shipped out. They needed to be able to tell time, or if they wanted to. And so, in order, instead of having a watch on a chain, it's not really effective or useful when you're in combat, running around in trenches and crawling and what have you. So they just put like a band on it and made it a wristband, and invented the wristwatch. So. So then the whole concept behind the watch that is the phone and everything else, it sort of stems from the idea that, well, you keep your cell phone in your pocket. And so like the idea that, if you move everything out onto your wrist, it becomes like a little bit easier. But of course, that's where the idea stems from. I don't really know, because you only have one hand for texting at that point. That's kind of lame.
True.
But that'd be cool. Have like a hologram come out of your wrist.
Yeah, dude.
I'd still be
all
more
that
down
James
for the
Bond shit.
Minority Report.
That's in Star Wars.
What about Minority Report? Minority
I
Report?
said I'd still be more down for the Minority Report
movie,
monitor with like the cool gloves.
Yeah.
And you just like flick things to the side when you're done with them. You can
to me-
zoom in.
Well, that's the Iron Man thing. That's Tony Stark.
Yeah, well, that's just ripping it off.
Minority Report did it first.
I know, but Tony Stark does it cooler.
Phenomenal movie, Minority Report. And he does not do it cooler, by the way. Sorry.
Tony Stark does everything cooler.
I don't think so.
Except it's Tom Cruise using
No.
a computer. That's awesome.
In the context of that movie, with the leather gloves on only the 3 fingers,
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's good stuff.
Whatever.
It was just so novel too. It was like bizarre. People were like, "What is this?" But it makes sense.
What is this black magic?
That was like, I feel like Spielberg just hasn't been good recently, and that was like one of the last movies that I saw of his. That was like, yes, really good.
Well, I mean,
Like, what came out? Kingdom of the Crystal Cock.
well,
No, Senior. That was the porn
All right.
company that you like to follow.
You're right.
Yeah.
I follow them on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter
And
shameless.
at Working Title Pod.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Then he made Warhorse.
Oh yeah, I did not see that. Don't plan to.
Well, then you can't say that it was a bad movie.
But I saw a bad one. Like whatever. Name some, please.
It was nominated for Academy Awards, man.
That doesn't mean anything these days. Norbit got nominated for Academy Award.
And what?
So what?
Norbit.
What?
Norbit.
What category?
Makeup?
Makeup.
Oh shit!
You guys
Damn.
didn't know that? That was one of the jokes that.
That doesn't even count though. I didn't even know that was an award, but it's good that it's there. God forbid the makeup artist gets unrecognized. No, but I could see on a job like that. You know.
I don't know though. 'Cause, I mean, you just said they work hard, and it's like it's weird that they'd be unrecognized.
Oh, you're just calling him out now, Mitch.
No, it's just I'm confused. He's confusing
On
me,
a
but
on a
doesn't
job
matter.
of that magnitude,
Yeah,
it would be perhaps quite a challenge, and therefore they deserve recognition.
right. And then like 10 seconds before, you were like, "Oh, I didn't even know those."
Well, I'm high.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
I'm high.
I'm completely calm. I'm just trying to understand.
I don't know what's
up,
going
Mitch.
on.
Interrogation tactics, Jake.
Okay.
Keep an ear up, and you might learn something.
You got it, man.
Anywho, does this mean we're ready to wind this down?
I don't know,
Alrighty.
boss.
I've
I
been
think.
too high for this entire time.
Yeah, you seem pretty out there.
I've also been really tired. I've been going to bed too late and waking up too early.
You're actually stoned right now, Mitch?
Yeah, man.
Oh, so that's why you're just like more lackadaisical than usual.
Yeah, but I'm also really tired.
Go to Jack in the Box, get some free tacos.
Yeah, so we're wrapping this up.
Yeah, man.
You guys know what to do. At Working Title Pod. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe on iTunes and Zune. Rate our show. Yeah, rate our show. Write a little review. It helps so much. And
help us help you.
Help whatever the fuck that means. What does that mean? Help us help you?
Post on our stuff.
Oh right, yeah. Post topics, and interact with the show, and let's build a cool Twitter community. We're also on Stitcher Radio. It's a cool app. If you choose to download it, it's free. Right above the sign in with Facebook button, you click on the How Did You Hear About Us orange banner, and you enter the one-word promo code Working Title, and you get a chance to win $100, and we get $1, and you're helping out the show. We greatly appreciate it. That's it.
Good stuff.
We'll see you in a week.
Yes.
Have a happy 4th of July.
Have a great 4th of July. Later.
See you.
Deuces.